Andrew.
Scott Tholomew.
Ooh. Highly formal.
Yeah.
I like it. This is a...
You're the bad member of the Smoking Guns. I'm the gay member. You're the bad.
You're William. I'm Bartholomew.
Yeah.
This is a fancy podcast. We've rebranded. We're
high class.
We're in white tie apparel.
Assless chaps.
Top hat, tails, assless chaps. And not the kind of tails you were thinking of as it pertains to tuxedos. But the kind of tails you were thinking of if you know us at all.
Somebody's tail is much thicker and longer than the others.
Seems like someone is overcompensating for something else.
Nope.
Oh, look how huge and thick my tail is. Pay no attention to the other side of my pelvis.
You know who can jump much higher and from higher distances?
I think we've seen some pretty good ups on both sides, if we're being perfectly honest.
There's good people on both sides?
There's good people on both sides. We got the peaceful protesters and, of course, the white supremacists. There's good people on both sides. No, we shouldn't talk about that. It's a fancy podcast for fancy people. If you're not fancy, please stop listening. But if you are fancy and are the owner of very good Fancy Feast, tie-in, sponsor of the podcast,
official sponsor of Fancy Feast.
If you are a fancy person and are the owner of more than $25, here's what you can do with it. Let us take it off your hands. Send us $25 per movie that you would like us to watch and review for you on, I believe, the September 2nd episode of this very podcast. Your deadline to tell us that and to send us money is August 27th. So get your affairs in order.
Tell us you love us.
Pay your estate tax from your dumb dead grandpa already.
Wow, personal attacks.
But not on anyone. I guess on anyone with a recent dead grandpa.
I was going to say, unless you have insider knowledge of somebody that you're not telling me.
No. I just wanted to make an estate tax reference.
Or you're going to kill somebody's grandfather.
I'm going to kill your grandfather.
Well, joke's on you. Both of them are already dead.
No, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the listeners. I'm going to kill your grandfather.
And then kiss him.
Yeah. In that order.
Use that mouth to kiss your army buddies? I don't have any army buddies.
All right, so I should say where to send the money. That seems like an important part of the equation. PayPal.me/NotScottHenson, NOTSCOTTHENSON. PayPal.me/NotScottHenson.
KNOT.
If you don't have a PayPal account, in the YouTube description for this very podcast and several before and after it, there's a link for if you don't have a PayPal account.
What the fuck are you doing?
Also, what are you doing?
It's not hard!
How do you buy stuff sometimes?
It's not hard.
How do you get sent money sometimes? I guess, to be fair, I don't think anyone in the U.S. sends money through PayPal. I think it's all Venmo and Cash App. Yeah. Neither of which are available at all in Canada.
Our government does not.
I can't tell you how many people have said, like, what's your Venmo? What's your Cash App? I'm like, nothing. Send me PayPal.
People that
Fuck
are like,
off.
I would send you money if I could Venmo it to you.
Yeah.
And you're like,
literally.
Well, I would take your Venmo money if my country would allow Venmo in.
But no.
But much like Uber, Vancouver is much slower.
The last in North America. Uber's even worse, because, like, Venmo Cash App is a country thing. Yeah. But, like, Uber was by city. We were the last city in North America
Vancouver
to get Uber.
Has a stronger taxi union than Los Angeles and
New York! How does Vancouver have a stronger taxi lobby than New York fucking City, where folks know what salsa should taste like?
Listen, buddy, okay? Listen, buddy.
Buddy?
Okay, buddy? No. I say no. You listen,
like,
buddy? No.
In New York, taxi drivers pay $1.3 million for a taxi medallion. Yeah. And somehow they're not as pissed off as our taxi drivers.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
I don't get it.
Is it because we live in, like, the most expensive city to live in?
We live in a society.
No, don't.
We don't.
We don't.
You and I don't.
You and I sex.
You and I sex.
We do not. You and I live in a dystopian wasteland where we have a show tail and a walking around tail.
You don't want to get your show tail dirty.
No.
It makes sense.
No. No, I mean, the thing is, the show tail is like when you're going, like you're representing your country at the Olympics.
Gotta support the team.
And you're
like Simone Biles. Is this Olympics roundup round 2?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I mean,
let's just say the exact same things we've said the last couple
It's
episodes.
the same thing.
Somebody else would have gone to the Olympics and competed, you dumb bitch.
Naomi Osaka, hot. Simone Biles, not. That's where we're at. In terms of behavior.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, basing that on looks?
Not really.
Because I would say there's no winner. It's a wash.
No, Naomi's
double disqualification.
No, Naomi's my Blasian queen.
Okay. I have nothing but terrible things to say, so I'm not going to say that.
Okay. Fair enough. What are we getting into today? Did I say all the things that I needed to say for the money?
You did.
Yeah,
you did. Just remember, whatever you're picking, please make it at least somewhat easily accessible to us.
Make it findable or send it to us and make it less than 2.5 hours. For the love of God. I don't think that's too much to ask.
I think it is. I think we're asking a lot.
And as I said last show, if you want to send more than $25 but only request one movie, that's fine. We accept tips.
Yep, absolutely, we accept tips.
We only accept the tip? We accept just the tip.
Just the tip. I've played a lot of just the tip in my life, and it's never just the tip.
No, it's a lie.
We're just a bunch of phonies. We're part of the Hart family.
Ladies, we're just lying.
We're tricking you into letting us put our penis in.
It's almost rape. Because you agreed to one thing, but you're getting another.
Yeah, but they're not saying
There's
no.
an element of
They're not saying no.
There's an element of non-consent to it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I sure.
But without that, where's the fun? Is what I ask.
That is true. Where is the fun? I got bad RIP news.
I forgot you go through the obituaries.
Sometimes when we're on air. Noted Christine Sullivan of Night Court passed away.
Oh, I'm like
Marky Post.
I know Marky Post died the other day. Who's Christine Sullivan?
The character.
Her character. Yeah. That makes sense.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah, they're killing everyone on Night Court.
Yeah, Night Court's got John Larroquette and Bull, and that's it. Robert Mole.
Robert.
Peter.
Redford. Peter. I don't think Peter's
Peter, Paul, and Mary. Okay, Harry Anderson dead for sure. We know that.
Yeah.
No. Okay, season 1. Who cares?
The old woman from season 1 died. That's why she got replaced on the show.
John Larroquette still alive.
Larroquette alive.
Richard Mole.
Dead.
Hold up. Hold alive. 78. Hold up.
Are you okay?
His character's name
Bull.
was Nostradamus.
Wow.
That was his legal government name, was Nostradamus.
That's sick.
That rules.
So he's Nostradamus, in quotes, Bull
Shannon.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Nostradamus Shannon.
I like it.
Sick. He's with us at 78, you said?
Yeah.
Wow. Mac is dead?
Mac is... I didn't even see Mac's goddamn name.
It's the black guy.
I'm aware. Charles Robinson. Not that Charles Robinson.
Oh.
He died in July.
I know he died recently.
We just lost him.
Wait, July 2021?
Yeah.
I thought he was dead for longer.
Nope,
I guess I was wrong.
him.
So we've had 2 Night Court deaths in like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hitting hard.
I hate to say it. Bull's got to be next.
There's not a lot of options left.
Oh, also, yeah, we should mention this. We've been killing people.
We've been mentioning names and then they die.
There have been 2 very recent podcasts where we have mentioned someone and they have died before the next podcast 3 or 4 days later. Those being Biz Markie and Bobby Eaton.
That is true, actually, yeah.
So...
Did we also mention...
I'm going to give a preemptive apology to Richard Mole.
Yeah. Is he related to...
Martin?
Martin Mole?
Hope so.
That'd be
That's a cool family if it is.
That would be really cool.
I like Martin Mole a lot.
Yeah. Did we also mention noted Hall of Fame goaltender Tony Esposito?
T.E.?
Was he mentioned on a previous podcast?
No. Did we kill him?
We killed him.
Okay.
We killed him. We got him.
I don't know if Tony Esposito
We fucking
came
got him. Well, let's just start throwing darts at a board of names. Name someone. Just anyone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be a woman. It can be anyone.
I can name a guy?
Yeah. You can easily name a guy. You don't have to
Morton
name
Downey Jr.
Oh. I hate to inform you.
What?
But he's dead.
Oh my god. Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
His brother. Because not a lot of people know that Robert and Morton are brothers, and the reason they're both junior is because they had two dads, Robert Sr. and Morton Sr. No mom involved.
No mom. And but both Robert Sr. and Morton Sr. are both born Downeys. Neither one took the other one's last name.
No.
Yeah.
They're unrelated, but both named Downey.
Yeah.
When you said born Downeys, I
is that what we're gonna start calling them now?
Well,
how about Ricardo Montalban?
I thought you meant they had a lot of chromosomes.
Yes. How about Ricardo Montalban? And by Ricardo Montalban, I mean Retardo Montalban.
You can't say that. Retardobon. Too far. Are we killing him? Did we kill him?
I mean, he's been dead for 30 years.
I feel like he's been long dead.
He died in like the 40s.
He died on the first episode of Fantasy Island, and the rest of the series was just stock footage.
2009. How about Hervé Villachez?
Fucking killed himself.
Yes, he
brutally killed himself.
Yeah, not even like a nice, quiet.
Was it gun?
Yeah.
Big respect to my favorite.
Oh boy!
My favorite Belgian little monster.
Belgian little monster.
I love him.
He made it to 50. That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
That's pretty good. He played.
He probably could have made it a little further had he not shot himself in the face.
He was Nick Knack in The Man with the Golden Gun.
Yes, he was.
Nick Knack. Don't mispronounce that.
Yeah, how's that? Say it slow. One more time.
No.
Okay.
Nick Knack.
Fuck face.
That's all I got on RIP Corner, though. I don't think anybody else of importance.
Right. Spoiler: we'll have some other corners later. Don't worry.
What?
We'll have some other corners later.
Coroners?
No, I see where I see where you're going. I don't care for it, but I see it. I understand. I acknowledge, and I've now chosen to ignore it.
Thank you.
Happy to do it.
Thank you.
What's in the news?
What's in the haps today? So Scott and myself earlier went to grab ourselves some mucho burrito bowls for lunch.
Second sponsor of the podcast, besides Fancy Feast.
And on our way, walking down the street, we noticed...
You were walking down the street just the other day?
Yeah.
Saw a pretty girl, didn't know what to say?
Yeah, but why would I look at a pretty girl?
That's why you didn't know what to say.
So as we're walking, we notice sort of a few young children gathered around something with a man and a woman standing there.
It's like a wagon.
And like a wagon, like you would put like for a kid, or like
something you would steal a kid in.
Yeah, but like we didn't. I don't think originally I really paid that much attention to what was going on.
I did a bit,
but then noticed sort of like they were bent over this thing, and we're like, oh, like weird.
Checking out the thing in the wagon, and
did you have an initial thought of what it was? Because I did.
I sort of registered as I was going by. That's not a mammal.
I thought it was like somebody with a bin, like a thing with like a mom cat and some kittens. That's what I thought originally was. Sure. maybe giving away kittens or showcasing, haha, I have so many cats and you have none, you stupid kids.
What a flex.
Yeah, that's what I thought. However, when we turned around and kind of like took a quick peek back over, it was not a mammal. It was a goddamn Gila monster.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. A big lizard.
It was a man with a big lizard, like a very big lizard.
A lizard that took up a whole wagon.
And it was laying there, and then it was... How the fuck do you even spell Gila monster?
Gila.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No, these are smaller. It was definitely bigger than that.
Was it a Komodo dragon?
It was not a Komodo dragon. Although I had hypothesized...
We would know if it was a Komodo dragon.
An awesome flex of a man with a Komodo dragon walking around, and the dragon
on a leash.
Constantly, like, killing dogs with its venomous bite. Domesticated...
Like large domesticated lizard?
Lizards? I don't know. It was this thing.
It kind of looks like
a monitor lizard.
It could be. Although I feel like those fuckers get real big.
Yeah, but those that looked like what was in it.
It had the look of a monitor lizard. If there's some species that's maybe a smaller monitor lizard, it could be that, or it could just be a straight up fucking monitor lizard.
Could just be this fucking thing.
No, that's a chunker. That's a real chode of a lizard.
I wish it was this.
Yeah, Komodo dragon is the dream.
Man-eating lizard.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as we were going, and we then. Somebody had to have a mild panic attack about his car getting towed.
Yeah.
So we had to walk.
Not totally unfounded.
Yeah, true. But we walked all the way down to where Scott's car was, and then we had to walk all the way back up. Maybe it was this. What the hell is it, though?
That coloring is similar.
Yeah, what the hell is it?
It's sort of blacks and whites.
It doesn't tell me what...
Go to the site where that picture is.
It doesn't. It just says... Oh, there you go.
Google Images. Tricky.
So we walked down to where Scott's car was. We moved the car, and then we got
mucho burrito.
A Argentine black and white Tagu lizard.
Okay,
is what that one is. So it could have been a Tagu lizard.
It did look like that kind of guy. Because it looked like kind of like hard scales, not soft.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. They're an invasive species,
like almost kind of like. Not plated or armored or anything, but like stiff.
Stiff, yeah, rigid.
Yeah.
They're native to Central and South America, but they are an invasive species in Florida and Georgia.
They're real fuckers.
They are real motherfuckers. Where are the drugs, motherfucker? So we go move the car. We have to then walk like past the same spot that the lizard guy was. He also told us we could pet it, which both of us were like, ew,
we're good, but thank you.
We'll look, but not touch.
Yeah.
So we go, we get our stuff, and then we're walking back, and I said, oh, I didn't even realize that the lizard guy was gone. And then I had said, so if you go and check the comments for the not the last in your house, but the last
movie one?
Movies one.
Yeah.
There was comments
the one that had our old review.
About going to the old beach near my house.
You're an old beach.
And it turns you into a scaly. So if Scott had gone to the old beach, he wouldn't have gotten old because he's already pretty fucking old. I would have been unaffected. He would become a giant iguana or a croc daddy.
I don't like croc daddy.
And I said, "Oh no! What if that was his daughter?" And he took his daughter to the scaly beach, and now he's got to drag her around in the little wagon because his daughter's a goddamn monster now. And he's letting little kids touch his daughter. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time.
You want to touch my daughter?
You want to touch my daughter?
It's okay. She's a lizard now.
Yeah, she's not a person. It's okay.
No, Scaly Beach is trash. Furry Beach, that's the best movie I've ever
seen. How has nobody made an Island of Dr. Moreau old type crossover where you go to the beach, but then you slowly start becoming a half human, half animal?
That's fucking sick.
But you don't get to choose the animal. That's the problem.
That's a crapshoot.
That's the real horror of the film.
Yes.
Yeah. You number one, you get to go to a beach. Cool.
Yeah.
Number two, you get to become a hybrid. Awesome. Number three, you don't get to choose the hybrid.
It might be a pig.
It might be. You know what? Everyone might be a pig. Like that, and that's the twist. The twist
is that what the movie Pig is with Nicolas Cage?
Yes. Yeah. That's the twist, is that everyone becomes a pig. It's secretly Pig Beach. It's not even like maybe somebody like, oh, you're a pig, and then it's like, oh, you also kind of look like a pig, and then they're like, well, you look like a pig too. I'm like, oh my god, are we all turning into pigs?
Oh, what a fate!
I like Pig Beach. Pig Beach is my new favorite thing. Pig Beach.
But no, I like Island of Dr. Moreau without Dr. Moreau.
Yeah,
just the islands doing it.
Yeah, you don't need an evil scientist.
The electromagnetism in
what
rocks.
You see, Scott, is that because of global warming, more of the rock is being exposed.
That's true.
So then, when the rock is exposed, it's releasing all of its neurotoxins that you can't walk through because it fries your brains.
And now you're a fucking hamster.
And now you're a goddamn bush baby.
Now you're one of those fuckers in the Kia commercials.
Yeah, or even worse, you're a common pigeon.
Ugh, rat bird.
A rat bird. That's your fate. But yeah, Scaly Beach is my new biggest fear. I cannot go from a gorgeous snow leopard to some kind of weird iguana or water monitor or salamander,
mud skipper.
Mud skipper,
which sounds racist, but I think it's just a kind of lizard,
or some kind of like soft shell turtle.
Ugh!
Did you see the size of that giant dead leatherback turtle?
Fucking monster!
That thing was enormous.
Fucking monster.
How have you? I've never seen like a real life one that's that big.
I think leatherbacks in general are pretty uncommon, right? They're endangered. Yeah.
That's not the one, though.
No.
That's, this... Is that the one? Yeah, this one.
That's a chonker. Like, that's a lot of
That's
turtle.
a full-grown
that's
dude.
That's a man, and then it's just a dinosaur.
It's just a dinosaur.
It's literally just a dinosaur.
But, oh, man, I don't think I've ever seen a living one.
Yeah.
Like, swimming in the water. I guess there's one.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so big.
I know.
Look at the size of that thing's fucking head and mouth.
Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah, those things are crazy.
I don't want to be one of those, but if I did end up on Scaly Beach...
Of the options?
I guess I would choose a giant leatherback turtle. It's huge.
Yeah.
And if anything, I'm nothing but a size queen, so...
but yeah, Scaly Beach, terrifying. Furry Beach, awesome. I'd give it a shot.
Arousing.
Yeah.
Yeah, all nude beaches are now furry beaches.
That is a good new rule. Bill Maher, new rule. Nude beaches are now furry beaches.
Yeah. Every nude beach turns you into a furry.
Yeah. I'd go.
You're going daily, and you look amazing.
Thank you.
I'm glad you noticed. So another note that I wrote myself earlier in the week. Mm-hmm. So as some of you may have heard on this podcast, that Scott is actively denying his heritage.
No.
Scott believes that he is a Siberian tiger.
That's correct.
However, the rest of us all know he is, of course, a Bengal tiger.
This is libel.
And he comes from the Sundarbans in India. So my duty today is to convince Scott to accept his heritage as an Indian tiger.
No. As I've said, I believe I said this on the most recent or second most recent Twitch stream I did. But no, I said it about white tigers. They can come to the meetings, but they can't vote.
That's the same thing as rhinos.
Yeah, you know.
Black rhinos can live their lives. They're just not allowed to vote for who's in charge.
Just you don't get to pick the president.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
So,
look, here's my argument for that. Look at me.
Yeah.
Do I read as Siberian or Bengali?
You know the answer. You know the answer. So the main arguing point that I wanted to say to Scott is if you're a Siberian tiger,
yeah,
you are living in the coldest temperature where you maybe interact with a human every 5 or 6 years.
I mean, that sounds great.
Right.
I've got a beautiful fur coat that keeps me plenty warm, and I don't have to talk to people.
You got a big head.
Big head.
You're very fluffy. You're very floofy. You don't have to deal with humans, but also you have to. You're more, I would say, as a Siberian tiger. Now, of course, it's not my place as a snow leopard to tell you as a tiger what I think of your culture and heritage, but I'm going to.
Fair enough.
That Siberian tigers are a lot more of a opportunity based, like scavengery kind of hunter, because there's less options.
Yes,
you really have to deer and I guess like smaller prey, but also just finding.
I think you get a caribou every now and then.
Caribou, or you get dead animals just randomly.
Sure.
Whereas if you are a Bengal tiger, and you get to live in the Sundarbans, you get to eat people.
Like all the time.
And you probably get to eat like 8 or 10 people a year. And
I mean, that's a good sell.
And to go from one Indian to another type of Indian, and if you go by Native American mythology, by eating those Indian people, you gain their power and essence.
I do like that. It's a ravenous situation.
Ravenous situation. So you, every year, are gaining the strength and power
of another 8 to 10
human people. So just think of that. By the time you're 30,
imagine being 30.
I know.
There'll be flying cars.
Tell me how that'll be in 10 years.
Mars colony.
3-titted women.
3-titted women who can drive cars in Saudi Arabia.
I love that's how they show that they're progressive, by letting women drive. No, guys, come on. We're a good nation. Women can drive now.
They can drive now.
But they still can't do anything else. Then they have to cover their faces and heads.
Yeah.
But they can drive. It's fine. They can't go anywhere without their husbands.
Yeah.
Or in groups of 3 or whatever.
I mean, they're not to be trusted.
They are snakes in the grass. Adam and Eve. Eve, do you really have to eat everything? And the fact that you love Indian food, and eating Indian people, they taste like their food.
That's true.
You get yourself a nice vindaloo.
A little vindaloo, a little Rogan Josh, a little Madras.
A little Joe Rogan.
A little Joe Rogan.
So I just think you're not...
A korma. I'm just going to keep naming Indian foods, because now you got me thinking about Indian food.
A shawarma.
Different, but similar colored people.
Yeah.
What else is good?
I don't think you should have said colored people.
The similar colored people, not similar colored people. That's no.
Yeah, it's the way you're breaking that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need a real pregnant pause in there.
Pregnant pause. I don't think pregnant women pause.
I was going to say butter chicken, but I don't know if that's real Indian or westernized Indian. I know chicken tikka masala is westernized.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Butter chicken, I could go either way. It might be fairly legit.
Yeah.
I do like a butter... Like, it's the basic bitch of Indian foods, butter chicken, but it's really, really fucking good.
Really good?
So...
It is really good.
What can you say?
I just don't think that you're thinking through the proper details enough.
I respect the pitch you've made, which I'm sure definitely isn't sponsored by the Tourism Board of India.
It's sponsored by Big India.
You've been in the pocket of Big India for some time.
Come to India. Get eaten by a tiger.
You're something of a big Indian. You're like that guy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now that's a big Indian.
Chief Monster Tard?
I don't know if that was his name in the movie. Or a Great Kali. Take your pick. You're some kind of big Indian.
What if I was Giant Zangier? Zangier? What the fuck was his name? The one that just got cut?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. That guy.
The other Great Kali?
Alex Zane. Was that the guy who got...
Alex Zane.
Was that him?
Friend of us.
Yep.
Alex Zane. I think you just need to put more thought into embracing your heritage.
I like to put more of me into a thought, if you know what I'm talking about.
And are you? But now, obviously, the downside is I know you're not a man of heat. You do enjoy a cool temperature.
I am not a man of heat. I'm a man in heat, certainly.
Constantly.
Can't stop.
Sniffing your own crotch.
Yeah, dick has not gone down in 17 years. Just constantly at attention.
Forever hard, no cum?
Forever hard, no cum, which I believe we've already discussed.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. Almost temp-wise alone, it's Siberia in a landslide. Look, I would love, don't get me wrong, I would love to eat more people. That's great.
Yeah.
I say, look, it's not like there's a shortage of people in India.
No.
There's 1.1, 1.2 by the time this airs.
1.6 by the time this airs.
They might stack on another 100 million in the next couple days before this airs.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So what I'm saying is, look.
Population is 1.352.
1.35. Jesus Christ. Do you know how many Canadas that is?
And they're still only second. That's crazy.
I know. That's 330. That's about 39 Canadas.
What does it have Canada listed at?
If my math serves me right.
It has Canada listed at 38 million.
Yeah.
It is 0.48% of the world population.
Pretty good.
And India and China are just under 18% each.
I was gonna say they were maybe almost half, but yeah, they're well over a third.
They're well over a third, and then in third place, the USA is only at 4.2%.
I heard that USA A-OK. Any
USA
truth to
number
that?
one, except for Texas number one.
Texas number one. Texas first.
Texas first.
Yeah.
USA number one.
Yes.
Do you know who? Without looking, do you know who fourth is?
Indonesia.
Do you know who fifth is?
Brazil.
No.
Nigeria.
Brazil's 6. Nigeria's 7.
I'm missing 5.
You're missing 5. 8's Bangladesh.
By the way, Bangladesh being 8 is crazy.
Because they're tiny.
Bangladesh is a small-ass country.
Yes, it is.
That's nuts.
That is everybody living...
That's probably the densest per capita in the world.
45 people in a household?
That's about right.
Yeah.
One word.
Russia's 9 and Mexico's 10.
I
can't believe Japan is 11. That seems high, especially considering they don't fuck anymore.
I know that. Yeah, they're just coasting on fumes at this point.
They are.
I mean, check back in 50 years and they'll have slipped a lot of spaces. Yeah, what's Japan at? Like just under 100 million? 85, 90?
I went too far. Now I got to 125.
Oh, more than I thought. That's pretty fucking dense for the size of Japan, too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like that's a very high number for how small they are.
So I'm still missing number 5. Is it a
Muslim country?
Is it Afghanistan? No, Pakistan. Yeah, it's Pakistan.
Chris Goodwin's favorite
word. Sorry. Pakistan.
Chris Goodwin's favorite word.
It is.
He didn't think he was going to be racist enough on the podcast, and then he said the most racist thing anyone's ever said on this podcast.
And then he remembered he was British, and they invented racism.
Do you know what's the smallest population in the world?
I don't know, Vatican City.
It's tied, but it's based on percentage, so they're third last. They have 825 residents.
It's going to be like some Micronesia shit, something in the Pacific.
Pitcairn Island.
There you go.
40 people.
Pitcairn, it's a country?
It says United Kingdom next to it, but
okay.
I guess as an independent,
it's like a protectorate or some bullshit.
But yeah, man, we gotta do something about this. We need to stop this.
Yeah,
because if you look at let's see here, so Indonesia, Pakistan.
Also, actually, densest might be Indonesia because it's just a bunch of tiny little islands, and it's got like 300 million people.
But I was saying a lot of the world's
Indian and Chinese,
no,
Asian.
a certain
Gay?
a certain religion that might not be the best to have a lot of
Christian.
No, I think from what I'm going to look it up because I don't want to say something and then be like not even close. Is that atheism is growing massively and Christianity is dropping majorly, and that's mostly because of Europe.
Yeah, I was going to say atheism has swept Europe. And that's why Europe's going to shit.
That's why everyone in Europe is going to hell.
Oh, before we lose the thread, what I was saying before was, look, you've got Indians, you've got buses. Bus a couple up to Siberia every now and then. Let a brother eat.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. If Indian people taste delicious, then that means Russian people taste... I
was going to say... If
they taste like potatoes...
Raw potatoes.
Unflavored, borscht, tears, and hiding your homosexuality.
Yeah. So, granted, taste-wise, Indians over Siberians all the way.
Yeah.
That being said, like, breaking into a Siberian hard labor camp, a delight. Just a smorgasbord.
Yeah, for sure. But they're going to taste like shit.
I know, but the power of it.
Okay, so population density.
Yeah. Oh, there might be some dumb island stuff, too.
Well, yeah, there's just like Macau.
Yeah.
Is number one because it's got 600,000 people.
And it's 3 square blocks.
And the area is in kilometers, or do you want kilometers or square miles?
Give both for me and for the more of the listeners.
Kilometers is 30 and square miles is 12.
Square. So like 3 by 4 miles.
Yeah, 3 by 4 miles, and there's 600,000 people.
That's dense. I would call that dense.
But if you want to go by like a larger population, Singapore is...
I thought I sang it pretty well.
Oh, I think you Singapore. Oh. Unless it's rap, then you're really good.
Thank you.
Singapore is 5.7 million. Kilometers squared is 716, and square miles is 276.
Yeah, that's not big.
Yeah. Hong Kong is next. Their population's 2 million bigger, but they're about double the size.
Mm.
And then if you want to go by like an actual big country, I mean, Bangladesh is 11th.
Yeah. Is that the first bigger country?
Yeah.
More than Indonesia?
Where's Indonesia? Indonesia's not...
Maybe it's got more area than I thought.
Indonesia's... Well, I don't see it, so I guess I'm gonna have to...
Reading is hard.
It's 86.
Oh, wow. That's
It is 267 million people, and it's 1,910,000.
Okay, it's bigger than I thought.
But it's a series of islands, right? Like
it is islands, But
so,
I guess I guess your Javas and Sumatras are decent sized islands.
Bangladesh is 161 million people in 147,000 square kilometers, or 56,000 square miles.
Yeah,
that's tight.
That is tight.
That's real tight. Because like the next biggest size is South Korea, who's a little bit smaller, but has 100 million less people.
Yeah. So what I'm learning is, hey Asia, stop fucking.
Yeah, let's
take a note from Japan, and just be weird sex creeps, but don't procreate.
Just don't come. Come.
I'm gonna come.
Okay. I was going to look at what the Greenland is number 250, but that makes sense
because it's really big.
There's only 4 cities, and they're all near the southern coast.
Yeah, and almost nobody lives there.
But as far as like main countries, Mongolia
makes sense. Yeah, it's a lot of desert and ice.
Namibia. Canada, 235.
I mean, we're huge and have a low population,
and everyone lives on
the border
or the coasts.
Yeah.
Russia, but obviously same reason.
Also huge and largely uninhabitable.
Yeah, man, yeah,
because of Siberia.
So, like, does that man? So more than half of the world's population lives in Asia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're saying you want to do something about that.
I would like to at least have a conversation about doing something about it.
Okay.
I think that might be an issue.
We'll bring it up at the next G7.
Oh, okay, sure. No, why? Who do we get rid of?
Turkey.
Oh, okay.
You're out.
Because they're part of the bad guys.
Yeah.
No, I think they're okay, aren't they?
I don't know. Let's ask Armenia about it.
Why? Nothing happened.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
Oh, something bad happened.
I think something bad happened.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. So all I'm saying is, I think you need to have a real consideration about your heritage and the good things you get if you accept it.
Well, I'll take it up with my parents and my priests.
Are you
who are
Latvian Orthodox?
Who are the same people.
Oh, nice.
And yes, strictly Latvian Orthodox. And we'll see what we arrive at, but I'm thinking we're staying Siberian.
All right.
But I would love to go out for a little Indian.
I'm going to stay with my allegiance to Afghanistan.
Absolutely. As you should.
Although my ancestry could also be traced back to Mongolia.
Could be Mongolia.
Or also India.
Yep.
But I don't think snow leopards are eating people in India.
No.
I get Nepal. I get Mongolia.
Nepal's cool.
I get China.
China's not cool.
Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan.
The other stands
Russia.
are cool. Russia, always cool.
Yep, I get that area. I guess not quite Bangladesh, not quite Myanmar, but right near borders.
Yeah, I think your best...
But Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Nepal, Russia, Kazakhstan, Mongolia.
Yeah, your best heritage options are, I would say, Nepal, Mongolia, if you want to go the eastern route, Afghanistan, or like a weird stan, like an Uzbekistan.
An Uzbeka.
Yeah.
Or a Tajika.
A Tajiki, a Kyrgyz.
It looks like mostly Nepal, China, and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And then there's like pockets up top.
Nepal's cool. Like, Nepal has the coolest flag.
Nepal is going to be my gear, so...
Double pennant. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Everyone else in the world, everyone else in the fucking world, rectangle.
Yeah.
Nepal, not even like a little different, not like a square
yeah.
or a circle. Double pennant. Are you
pennant.
kidding me?
Double pennant, baby.
Balls out.
This is a real... what was the joke? The Daniel Tosh joke about... hey Brett Favre, everyone thinks you should retire and don't think you should play football anymore. Oh, really? You said $18 million? Yeah, I'm going to play.
Yeah.
And same thing with Mongolia, or with Nepal. Hey, Nepal, everybody agreed on a cross-the-board rectangle. We were wondering if maybe you didn't get the conversation. Like, no, we got it.
We got it.
Oh, and so you're gonna change your... No,
we're going double pennant.
We like what we got.
Yep.
Yeah. So, any more questions? All right, get out.
It is very cool, and so it's a double pennant, and each pennant has like a thing in it.
Yeah.
Are they two different or the same?
Two different.
Is it one like a very multi-pointed star, like a sun type looking thing, and one a crescent or something else? Oh, the other's like a... Oh, is it a lotus?
I think it's a setting sun and a rising sun, like a full sun.
Oh, that's cool
and
too.
And a sun moon.
I mean, any way you slice it, it rocks.
Yeah, it's great. And the emblem's cool too.
That is a cool emblem.
Yep.
You got a big old mountain, hands shaking.
It's mostly Hindu, which I'm on board with.
I mean, as far as religions in the area, pretty good.
They're only 4% Islam and only 1% Christian.
Nice.
9% Buddhist.
Yep.
And their population is... bigger than I thought.
I would have
28
guessed,
million people.
I would have guessed Nepal was more Buddhist than Hindu.
Yeah, well.
But shows what the fuck I know.
This also says it's from 2011, so it could be...
I don't know how much it would have shifted, but...
I didn't
so
think...
I guess they identify as more Indian than Chinese.
Yeah. Well, they hate the Chinese.
They do hate the Chinese.
And the Chinese hate them.
Yeah.
So I would have guessed the population would have been like in the lower 10s. Like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Not 28.
Million?
28 million.
Nearly Canada.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how many of those are monks?
All of them?
Almost all of them.
Yeah.
So it's that surprised me. But, yeah. So that will be the front of my gear,
I like it.
hanging in front of my dick.
It's fucking cool.
You had mentioned that you have a very interesting gay Australian.
It's the it's time for the shout out portion of the podcast. Shout out to anyone whose old school bully hits them up and wants to fuck.
Nice.
How much does that rock?
Nice.
And how much?
This is what I live for.
Just an absolute delight of a story. Yeah, and I originally misinterpreted the story. I assumed the conversation opened with apologizing for being the high school bully. I was mistaken.
Okay.
That part was passed over, going straight to wanting to fuck.
Oh.
Which I think is a bold gambit on the ex-bully's part.
That actually
Your
really
last
is.
interaction with the person was pushing them around and calling them gay.
Okay.
And now you're like, I would like to have sex with your ass.
Now you're like, I'm also gay, and I would.
But they're not.
Oh.
Like I'm also gay.
Nice.
They're like, and I quote, I consider myself straight. Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
That is weird. Do you know why? Because you're gay.
You know, I hate to be the one to break this news to you and the world. If you put your P in another boy's B, or let him put his P in your B, B standing for bussy, not butt.
Correct.
You're gay.
Yeah. I love, like...
Straight men don't have sex with other men.
Both this person and other gay people I know have said, like, oh, I've had sex with straight guys before. I'm like, no, you haven't.
You haven't.
They said they're straight. They're not straight. But he said he was straight. You know what? Rachel Dolezal said she was black.
Yep.
Okay, but that doesn't mean it's true. But even at least Rachel Dolezal had the decency to like throw on a coat of shoe polish and not just immediately eat a mayonnaise sandwich and throw on some Dave Matthews Band. Like, she made an effort to pretend she was the thing she was saying.
Yeah.
Because that's not what this guy's saying. I'm straight. Let's have anal sex.
Yeah.
You're doing a bad job being straight. Okay?
I think there is at least a gray area of forgiveness or not forgiveness, but like if you are drunk and another dude sucks your dick.
Sure.
But
who among us?
But actively reaching out to a gay man.
You're the one making
and
contact.
Saying, I would fuck you in the butt.
Yes.
That is gay.
Also, I consider myself straight.
Yeah.
P.S. I'm a straight man.
P.S. I'm straight except for if I had sex with you.
Yeah.
No, you're gay.
That's adorable. Also, anytime ever I've either been sent the word or seen the word third hand, second hand even, who's to say? Anytime a gay guy writes the word straight, it is STR number 8. I have never seen it spelled out as a full English word ever from a gay guy.
I wonder why.
Here's my theory.
Okay.
My theory is that it comes up so much that they had to shorten it because they were injuring their fingers typing so much.
Or they're just really cool.
But it's not like everything is abbreviated. Only straight is abbreviated. So like it was necessary because they are fucking so many straight guys that it was a necessity.
It's
that it had to be abbreviated.
Are you sure it's not just because they're not all like internet nerds who spent so much time online that just like you're just typing so quickly?
No, because then more stuff would be abbreviated not just straight.
I guess that's fair.
Because it's like full word, STR8. Full word. That's a tough toot.
Full word.
Toy boat. Tricky one. But yeah, like exclusively STR8, and I have never seen a straight person write that. But we don't talk about being straight as much as gay guys do.
Is that the new way to find out if someone's gay?
I think that's the gay test.
Is to just see if somebody types that,
like
and if you're like, oh, you're gay.
If you type to them, "Are you straight?" written out in full, and they respond, "Yeah, I'm straight." STR8 are like, "Ha, gotcha, bitch! You're hella gay."
It's like the thing.
You're going to jail.
That's the blood test.
That is the thing blood test.
You send somebody like, "Hey, are you gay or straight?" And then they're like STR8. You're like,
you're the thing.
You're the thing. I like calling gay the thing. Oh my god, you're that thing I'm not interested in.
So shout out to that. Also to that same anonymous person who lives on, I don't know, let's just say an island continent. Could be anything.
Could be any island continent.
Could be Antarctica.
Whose main language might be English.
Could be Antarctica. Could be another one that I can't remember. Who's to say?
Could be neighbors with Antarctica.
Could be neighbors with, could share an ocean with Antarctica.
Could be anybody.
Same shout out to the same person who fucked a dad. Not their dad, a dad. Let's be reasonable.
He's not the kind of guy who fucks his mom and dad?
He's not the kind of guy who fucks his mom and dad. The dad then said, "I think my son is bi and struggling. Could you talk to him?" Drew.
I need more information. I need more information.
Okay.
So,
I kind of like you to fill in the next blank without further information, but if you want to ask questions, go ahead.
So the dad is closeted or gay?
Well,
like the dad is a straight dad.
I don't know.
Who likes to fuck on the side.
He has a kid, is all I know.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
I don't know the
dad's. Mean anything.
I don't know the dad's status. All I know, he is fucking a man much younger than him.
Okay, so the dad says, "Hey, my son is confused. Can you help him?"
Yeah, can you talk to him?
And how, like, so, next question.
Yeah.
How do you even approach the son and say, like, "Oh, this is my gay friend. Do you want to talk to him?" I
think basically that.
That's so fucking weird. Okay, so...
Anyway, what's the next thing that happened?
I'm assuming the next thing that happened is he fucks the gay son.
You fucking bet he does, baby! King!
The dad and son. Does the dad know?
Don't know. Forgot to ask, honestly.
Oh, does the son know?
Don't know the dad. It could be a dramatic irony situation where only the viewer knows and the characters don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's my favorite kind.
One character does. The one that's fucking everyone.
Okay, well now you have some homework to do.
I do.
Your homework is gay or closeted dad.
Yeah, dad's status and
do the other
status of both of their knowledge of each other. Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't assume it would be obviously it's not porn, so they're not going to have a threesome.
I don't think there was a threesome.
Is it going to be a continuing,
it's done.
I'm going to sleep with the dad, I'm going to sleep with the son, I'm going to sleep with the dad,
I think they might have both been one and done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Scott, do some homework. I need to know.
Because he's a little slut.
I need to know. That reminded me of when we were hanging out with Daiquiri and just how different... Because, I don't think I've spent a lot of time around loud, flamboyant gays. I've only spent time around, kind of more masculine gays.
He's a great one.
Because, my friend Alex is gay, but he's kind of, very...
Oh, my friend Drew's gay.
Oh, interesting. But he's very much a fancy Italian gay. He's very proper, not really flowy, and So being around a flamboyant kind of drunk gays was really weird to me.
Yeah,
and especially just.
But only
openly admitting that he's cheated a bunch, and him just thinking it's weird that straight people are worried about cheating.
Yeah.
And
that's one thing I found from. I mean, it's a small-ish sample size, but it's more than one. Granted, they're all furries, but
that's the common denominator.
That's the common denominator. So I
hang out with some gays that aren't furries,
but I don't think it's even a furry specific thing. I think it's just a gay specific thing. The concept of cheating doesn't really exist.
Weird.
Yeah.
But I guess, too,
What a dream.
As a gay man, I'm sorry, speaking as a gay, speaking as a mostly heterosexual man.
Yeah, you saved it. Don't worry.
I feel like as a gay couple, in my head, it would be easier to approach the idea of saying like open relationship or like let's just have sex with whoever who cares. But when you change out a man and put in a woman.
Yeah. First of all,
women mostly aren't interested in that.
Yeah. Well,
there are obviously exceptions to it.
Sure,
but a lot of women.
Yeah. There's going to be there'll be exceptions on both sides. There will be fully monogamous gay couples.
Yeah.
And there will be women who are into open relationships. But
that percentage
those are the exceptions.
Is probably the same percentage.
Yes. 0.001.
Yeah. Like the amount of women that want to have open relationships is low.
Yes.
And the amount of gay men that want to have monogamous relationships
is low.
Is low.
Yes.
So gay men but that's to say not all gay men cheat.
Hashtag not all gay men.
Not all gay men, but they are open to allowing it or being.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not cheating. Like like everyone knows.
It's
hey, where are you going? I'm gonna go fuck this guy. Cool. See you tonight.
Yeah. I guess cheating is a hard term.
Yeah.
But like in a straight couple, like I could never say
no.
Oh, here's this person I know. We're gonna go just hook up. It's just gonna be a random one night.
You'd get stabbed.
No affection, no whatever. No, like all of my movies would be out the balcony.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't live here anymore.
Yeah.
But not by my choice.
No.
I would not be living here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really funny to me.
It's something.
It was just he was so like, wait a minute. You guys like street people care about that? Like what? Like I cheat on him. Like haven't I cheated on you a bunch of times? And then you're just like, yeah. Like didn't even care.
Yeah,
it was so weird.
Yeah, it's very different. I mean, like that's the old thing I always say. I didn't make it up. I don't think I coined the words, but like the only thing stopping men from having sex all the time is women. And if you take them out of the equation, it's kind of a free-for-all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
That is honestly living the dream.
They cracked the code. Yeah.
They found a loophole in the system.
Exactly. Take that, God.
That is absolutely like one of those like once in a lifetime things. I remember a few years ago, there was like this older woman that was really into me, and I used to talk to her all the time.
Yeah.
And but I could tell she was crazy.
Nice.
Like I could tell that she had been like I think she'd been married a couple times. She had tons of baggage. She like was not.
What was it like? Nice baggage? Was it like Louis Vuitton?
It was Louis Vuitton. Yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
And so. She, not to naked, like she would send me tons of naked pictures. She would always she wanted to do a bunch of like mom and son play. And I was like, we'll see.
Not my favorite kind of play.
Yeah. So, before anything happened, like we hadn't done anything.
Yeah.
And we actually ended up never doing anything.
Brag.
Because I was too weirded out because I knew she was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But she had shown pictures of me. So she was maybe like 53, and she had shown pictures to her like 22-year-old daughter, and her daughter like wanted to fuck me, and she was kind of okay with it.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, I don't like this dynamic.
Yeah.
Like that's not what a healthy mom-daughter relationship is, where you're both not together.
Yeah, no, but even separately, at least one of you, preferably both, should not think this is cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if the daughter was cool with that, but I know that the mom was definitely okay with me banging both of them. And then I just sort of was like, I don't know.
Nature, how about you come over and fuck my daughter?
And I'll just not watch.
Yeah.
Nothing ended up happening, and like I could tell.
Daughter's ass to my mouth. Go.
Okay. I definitely knew that if I had gone and had sex with her, that she would have been very like constantly calling, constantly trying to get me like
way more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I don't know that I even thought she was hot. I just was like I was 28.
Yeah,
and she was 53, so I was like, man, she's like double my age.
Quarter century older than you.
I was like, that's kind of, I'm interested in the idea of that.
This is for the story.
This is for the story, absolutely. Yeah. This is a best case scenario, you're going to come for me a little bitch. Like, absolutely, that's best case scenario.
Yeah.
Did not do it.
Yeah.
It was just too much. I've had a lot of almost
Close calls with brick walls,
almost,
Andrew WK style.
Yeah. I've almost slept with a few like older women, but every time it's always like you have a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
Like either you have unresolved issues with like your ex because you have kids, and so you still have to interact with your ex all the time.
Yeah. Well, there's normally a reason that a person, man or a woman, like is like seeking out someone 25 plus years younger than them to fuck.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a thing like
maybe you had a successful NBC sitcom for 8 years in the 90s, and now you want to marry a child.
Hey, why not? Who am I to judge love? Love is love. There's also, like, I mean, most people over the age of, like, probably 40 who are single is because they have some kind of problem issue. Either it's, like, commitment or trust, or they just have never gotten over a breakup. And so, once you get to a certain age, like, I can't imagine being in your 40s and trying to date is very fun.
Probably not.
I'm sure it's a lot of like, okay, what's wrong with this person, or like, oh, what's this person's problem? Or,
the single scene gets weirder the older you get.
I couldn't imagine that it would be a lot of options,
slimmer pickings,
and the options you have are real questionable, real suspect. So, but yeah. That's the story of my almost having sex with a mom and daughter. Although I wasn't going to. I think at one point I talked about that we should do an episode of me just talking about all of the fucked up things,
exploits
that I've done. On
we should have you and Shane on, because Shane has some great ones too.
Does he?
Yeah,
nice.
Because Shane didn't fuck until his 20s and then made up for it.
That was me too.
Yeah,
I didn't have sex till I was 19, but then after that, it was a real runaway train.
Shane was probably 23 maybe, but then he
really fucking picked up,
went into the deep end. I think Shane has fucked under a bridge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classy.
I think he's done some outdoor Craigslist fucking.
I've done some outdoor random hookups before.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? I mean, most people, but you?
Car in a park.
Yeah, that's pretty common, I think. Yeah, isn't it?
But not like in the middle of a park, not in a parking spot.
You just drove out on a soccer field?
We drove into the middle of Queen Elizabeth Park.
Nice.
In my mom's Range Rover.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I can get behind that.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, we'll have to have, maybe after this season, we'll have to have a round table of sexual exploits that have gone wrong or are also just bragging.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Or hopefully one that turns into another.
Yeah.
Starts as a brag and then ends very shamefully.
Yeah. Oh, I got some of those.
I was going to say, you're pretty good on those, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the most famous one, obviously, is You're Gonna Come For Me, Little Bitch. But
which I don't know if we've done on the pod, or if we have, it's been a long time.
I don't think it's been since we started doing The Worst Year of Our Lives. I think it might have been mentioned before.
Yeah, I think it could have been on a Hearts Wrestling or a Hearts Cinema or something.
Yeah,
but
we'll have to do the episode of get some people together and talk about all the failures and accomplishments in sexual exploits. So we better invite Kelly.
But absolutely. But stay tuned for the tale of Are You Gonna Come For Me, You Little Bitch?
Yeah,
my favorite Drew story.
I also remember the Cards Against Humanity game at Chewy's house when Dan wrote it on the blank card. So from now on, whoever's game that was is always going to have
one of their blank cards is says, Are You Gonna Come For Me, You Little Bitch?
And the pop in the room was insane.
It was tremendous.
Yeah,
some of his finest work.
Yes, absolutely. It's a good thing we're still friends.
For sure.
What if he listens to every episode and is very sad?
That would be wild, because you've said a couple things before.
I think
I've never said anything.
We've both said some.
Because I've never said
things.
anything, because we're secretly still best friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Spoilers.
This is like in high school when Darren P got mad at Domingo, and I wasn't allowed to be friends with Domingo anymore. But then I still was.
Did you guys all forget that you weren't girls?
One of us didn't.
Okay.
The thing is,
that's the most high school girl thing I've ever
and
heard.
the thing is, like, we were all friends, and we, guys, if you're in a group of friends,
the two of us are friends, and there's three of us.
We all like bully each other.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like playful bullying because you're friends. And I got bullied by Darren.
And if something slips in every now and then, it's horseplay. It's boys being boys.
Like a penis?
I don't know.
Oh, into a bussy?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Domingo would bullied me.
Look, I went to an all-boys school, all right? Things...
That is true.
Things happen.
You don't know. You don't know, but you know.
Yeah.
So, like, I got it my entire life.
You know.
Like, and whatever. It was just being friends.
Yeah.
And Darren P never got it.
Right.
And then just 1 year in high school, Darren decided to just sort of like turn on Darren, like, and make playful jokes, and he just couldn't take it.
Damn.
So he literally was like, "You can't be friends with Darren anymore. I don't want you to be friends with Darren anymore." And I was like, "Okay." And then I had classes with Domingo.
Yeah.
And so I would just like still talk to him like normal and hang out. And then
because he did nothing to you and you were still friends.
Absolutely. And like he didn't really do anything.
And he didn't do anything
there.
even to the person who was wrong.
So I remember that it was when I had broken my ankle. So I was on crutches with a cast.
Now, did you, or were you faking for attention?
No, I was not The Rock later on in this pay-per-view.
Fair enough.
I broke it doing jackass stunts, and it was actually fractured.
Nice.
I think I've told you before.
Yeah.
So I had Darren and Tristan sleep over, and it was summer, and I was on crutches, and
Drew broke his ankle sucking off a horse.
I hope nobody involved in this story hears this podcast. I don't think they will. I don't think my friends give a shit about what I do. And my friends, I mean my high school friends. I don't think they give a shit about what I do.
Yeah.
He was obsessed with going and egging Domingo's house.
Okay.
For whatever reason, he was just obsessed with it. So I remember we went. I love
getting back at your child friend by inconveniencing his parents.
Your child friend who you went back to being friends with 3 months later and are still friends with to this day.
Yeah.
But we've never told him. He doesn't know. So they was obsessed with egging his house. So we go. I can't egg the house because I'm on 1 foot with crutches.
Right.
And we walked because we didn't have a car. So we go, we do it, and then we walk like this other way to go to the Chevron to get snacks and drinks and whatever. It's probably like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
And go home, whatever, nothing. Then on a Monday at school, Domingo came up to me because we had law class together. And
fancy.
I know, right?
Did you wear powdered wigs and robes?
We did. We also kissed.
Oh, that kind of law.
That kind of law. Gay law.
Martial law.
So he comes to me in class and he goes, "Hey, I heard you guys had like a sleepover on Saturday." And I was like, "Yeah, Darren Tristan came over. It wasn't a big deal." And then he goes, "Yeah, well, did you guys go out and egg my house?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" And he goes, "Yeah, well, somebody egged my house, and my dad and I went out and looked for them. We couldn't find anybody." And I was like, "Oh, that makes
sounds like a successful egging to me."
Yeah, but then I also said, like, "Why would we egg your house?" And he goes, "I don't know, but I knew you guys, like, if you guys were having a sleepover, like,
getting up to no good."
And then he's like, his neighbor across the street was also a guy we went to high school with. And he goes, "Yeah, somebody also egged Bill's house." And in my head, I'm like, "No, he didn't. Nobody threw an egg at Bill's fucking house."
So he just added
to it, right? So he said, "If I find out it was you guys, like, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm telling you, like, it wasn't us." And so then I eventually told...
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. And so I went and told Tristan, and Tristan was like, "Oh, fuck, he's gonna fucking kill us. He's gonna find us, he's gonna fucking beat the shit out of us." I'm like, "No, it's fine. He's not, like,
It's fine. We'll just lie to him forever."
Well, and he'll forget about it. And, like, that, that was grade... when did I break my ankle? Grade 11? Grade 11, and he has never mentioned it again.
There you go.
And Darren P's never mentioned it. Tristan's never mentioned it. We've never talked about it again.
Problem solved.
But, yeah, he was real fucking livid, and he was, like...
Time to send this show to your friends. If they can make it through Scaly Beach, they're gonna like what they hear.
Tristan was so paranoid about getting his ass kicked. Like, so paranoid. And like nothing happened, so it's fine.
As he should be. He's very ass kickable.
He looks like a rat.
Yeah.
He's a rat boy. I called him Rat Boy for years.
He went to Furry Beach for a minute.
Maybe.
Yeah, he got a little bit ratty.
Yeah, he got a little ratty.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so enough about my sexual exploits with old women and people we know having sex with dads and sons, and let's get to the actual thing of this fucking podcast.
I'm gonna put that down as an all-time good preamble. Mm-hmm. And also an all-time long preamble.
Yeah.
But
we're at an hour 10, and the wrestling had better be less than 20 minutes.
It probably can be.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a season 1 job.
Yeah.
Just bullshit for a long time, like, ugh,
and
wrestling.
then, like, not even give a shit about the rest of it.
Yeah. There's a little bit to give a shit about on this show. Not a lot, but there is a little bit.
WWF in Your House 22, Over the Edge, May 31st, 1998, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 9,000 people. Seems very low, but I guess that's what the building capacity was at.
I think, yeah. Because this is when their popularity is really picking up. So all these buildings were booked, for the most part, probably 6 months in advance.
Yeah.
When they weren't doing as well. So wherever they're going, they're selling out. And they probably could have done bigger buildings. Because there was that one in your house a couple ago that was 20,000.
20,000.
But if they could be... And in a few months, every show will be 20,000. Nice.
You're welcome.
But... Yeah, they still have like some shit buildings booked.
So the opener is LOD 2000 with draws and Sunny against DOA, Skull and 8-Ball with chains.
Who got the night off?
If you're thinking this match is bad, you're right. So LOD is back to long tights because last
no more
time
bikers.
Animal had bikers.
Yeah. But it looks like the same design as the bike. It looks like the bikers were modified.
Like he cut them off?
Or made them longer. Can you do that?
I guess. You can add legs.
Can he create things from whole cloth?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just stretch them out.
But like, he stretched out his bikers to full length.
Yeah.
But then added slits in one leg.
Yeah, one leg had big cuts in the side.
To look cool.
So you could see some thigh meat.
Yeah.
It looks stupid. So at one point, one of the Harris brothers gives Hawk a Bryan Adams Crush-esque tribute pile driver.
Absolute dog shit pile driver.
Get him up, let go of him on the way
fall
down.
To your side.
You take a hip bump and he doesn't really land
What
well.
are you doing?
Idiots.
But it was
a tribute to their fallen brother.
It was a tribute to their fallen traitorous brother who has gone to the enemy and joined the NWO. Bryan Adams / Crush.
Yeah.
But yeah, very... I mean, it was a good tribute. It was, dare I say, worse than a standard Bryan Adams pile driver. It's one of the worst I've ever seen.
Me too.
Like, as far as getting a guy... Like, as far as doing the first half right. As far as getting a guy up vertically.
Yeah.
From there to the end, one of the worst.
Not so much.
Truly one of the worst.
This was a realization of where we decided that Hawk can't do good body slams.
Yeah, he's had a couple issues in the last several pay-per-views.
He's get him up fine.
And then really blow it.
And then instead of like slamming them in front
he puts him down weird.
He puts him down like at his leg, like at his feet.
I hate it.
So he like stumbles over them.
Yeah, it looks like shit every time.
He also has decided he can't take bumps.
He took a couple real bad ones.
couple real bad, like, get hit and just sort of crumble.
Yeah, there was a one where he gets clotheslined from white supremacist on the apron and just takes this, just terrible...
Like, grabs the second rope
fall.
And sort of falls as low as he can, then lets go of the second rope.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Somewhere in here, you put it to me, is Sunny the hottest woman of all time? And I was like, yes?
I mean, she's got the fittest body... that I've ever seen. Like, great natural boobs.
Yeah. Jumbo naturals.
They're not even jumbo. They're just like...
No, they're just good.
A good size.
They're just good tits.
They're like big size B cups. Mm-hmm. Like skinny, nice, great skin. I guess her face is like great.
Her face is good.
But not amazing. She's got bad teeth. That's because she's white trash.
Sure.
But god damn,
you can't hide everything,
hot.
But yeah.
And then
the most searched woman on the internet.
So
that's something.
The finish involves Draws jumping up on the apron and clubbing one of them in the back, and then Animal gives him a power slam for the win.
Yes.
Yeah, power slam for the win. It sucked. It was boring. It went 10 minutes. Next out is The Rock. The Rock cuts a big-ass promo shit-talking people from Wisconsin for being fat pigs.
Yep.
Out comes...
Not wrong. Their diet is only cheese.
He does shit-talk them for eating cheese and sausage, or bratwurst. Farouk runs down, kicks his fucking ass, tries to pile drive him on a chair.
Well, here's the thing. He gets a chair, puts the chair down.
Number one, get the chair.
Number one, get the chair.
Number two,
put the chair down.
Number three, for profit.
Sure. Number three, go to pile drive the guy on the chair.
Yeah, but
number four,
be standing too far in front of the chair.
Number four, in the process, kick the chair back 6 feet.
Yeah.
Number five, pile drive the guy nowhere near the chair. For pile driver number 2 on the evening.
Guy has to, and then The Rock has to act like his neck is completely broken.
But I will say, this one, chair fuck up aside, great pile driver.
Ron Simmons is a good pile driver.
Really good, and Rock did almost like Rob Van Dam, Tommy Dreamer bounce out of it.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Not as crazy as that one, because that's the craziest spot in the history of wrestling.
Absolutely.
But this was really good.
Yep, real good.
This was, dare I say, the best pile driver of the night, which, as you'll come to find out, covers some ground.
True, but Farouk does do another good one later.
Yeah. I mean, all Farouk's... Spoiler, all 3 of Farouk's tonight were good. I think this was the best one.
Yeah. So the next match is Jeff Jarrett with Tennessee Lee against Steve.
Tennessee Lee, known more as a manager than a wrestler. More 5-star matches under his belt than the American Dragon Bryan Danielson / Daniel Bryan, the greatest wrestler of all time. What the fuck? I hate it.
So Blackman comes out to his second best theme. Yeah, still good, but not the good one.
It's good, but it's not the one.
Yeah, not the one, but still good.
Yeah.
This is where I wrote down the first note of Fashion Corner.
It's never Scott and Drew's Fashion Corner. As the 2 best-dressed men in wrestling, we feel confident in commenting on everyone else's worse fashion choices than us.
Yeah. So Jarrett has stopped doing Aztec.
Yeah, he's
gone back to just plain color white.
Yeah, he's completely abandoned the Aztec look. He's back
now.
Yeah, he's back to like his 1995 look, or I guess the same look he was doing in WCW in the interim.
Yep.
The singlet with the weird
multiple straps.
and like white long tights.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact the Aztec comes back very quickly. Yeah. Because I'm sure he's wearing Aztec at SummerSlam. When he loses his hair.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So because we've postulated that the head seamstress at the time was on a real New Mexico kick. Because New Age Outlaws got it, Jarrett got it. I'm guessing Jarrett pushed back against it, and he's like, I don't like this. This has nothing to do with my character.
I'm from Tennessee. I'm a country singer from Arizona.
Yeah. And so they're like, okay, you can wear this. And then, I don't know, I guess the seamstress had some major pull backstage and like, no, Aztec.
He's wearing it.
Do it.
So the only highlight of this match is Blackman hitting a very, very crisp German suplex.
Yeah, it was nice.
Very snappy and
not the highest bridge in the world, but just seeing any sort of decent German suplex in 90s WWF is fun.
And Blackman is fucking jacked.
Is he in the best shape of his life? No, of in the Fed.
Maybe Shamrock, but I think he's in better shape than Shamrock.
Like he's fucking cut.
Yeah, he might be. Like, his shoulders are huge.
Yeah.
His pecs are huge, but he's not, like, flabby.
And he's not real steroidy.
No. Yeah, he's in great natural shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. I think maybe.
Respect, Steve.
So the finish was after Blackman did some kicks and he got Jarrett down. He was going up for noted Steve Blackman.
I was going to say,
flying.
as he starts climbing the ropes, we're like, high flying Steve Blackman, eh? What's he going for? Oh, and it became very clear, nothing.
Yeah, so I wrote finish, ? Gay?
Yeah, because like we started fast forwarding before the 3 count even happened. Like,
yeah.
Because we're like, what is this finish? Oh, what is this? Gay? Yup. Next.
So he goes up, ref's distracted, Tennessee Lee clubs him in the back with one of his karate sticks.
Yeah. Jarrett pins him the end.
Blackman falls off top, pins him, end. We're like, this is terrible.
Yeah. To answer both of those questions, finish, period. Gay. Period.
So next is
have you had your gay period yet?
Is that when your butt bleeds for the first time?
Exactly. You got a bloody bum? Rocket pads. He says that in the Chappelle Show skit, right? Okay. Because I'm like, does he really say he got a bloody bum?
Yeah.
He does, right? It's not just a fever dream I had.
That's where he thinks that periods come from, your bum. Yeah. So the next match is the loser leaves town match of Mark Marrow and the person that Sable chooses to represent her to defend her honor.
Because the reason this is happening is because Mark Marrow has some sort of like indentured servitude contract over Sable. Yeah. And she's fighting to get out of it.
Yes.
But if she loses, she's gone forever.
Yes. And in the promo package, it is very, very like blatantly out front established by Marrow that anyone, you can pick any superstar to represent you, and if they can beat me without any help from you, then I will rip up this contract, implying Sable can't be involved.
Yes.
Guess what? Sable chooses herself to be her own representative because nobody's going to have her, her fate's not going to be in anybody's hands. Yeah. So
one is respectable, but 2, it does seem like it might be breaching the contract because Sable is helping. In fact, she's the only one helping.
She's the only one helping, which is in direct
violation
of the stipulation.
Yeah.
So she reveals that, and Mark kind of like plays it up like, wow, like you really
she was
hate
unceremoniously
me that much?
ostracized by her constituents.
Like, you really hate me that much? Like, what happened to us?
He's like, damn, like when I won the IC title, when I was a cool guy with long hair, I dedicated it to you.
And like, he's feeling real sad.
Oh, the way we fucked that night. We haven't fucked like that in a year and a half, so
I ate your ass. So he decides that he's going to lay down in the middle of the ring because he's going to be a good guy. He's going to let her have...
He's seen the error of his ways.
Yeah, he's going to let her have her freedom because he's a good guy. So he lays
apparently
down.
You're not allowed to own people in America.
As noted, Tennessee Lee almost got to do in WCW.
And whose like grandparents probably did.
Yeah. Probably did. So he lays down. Sable gets on top of him. The ref goes 1, 2, and old sneaky Mark just grabs her and rolls her up, gets the 1, 2, 3, and then celebrates like he just won the goddamn Super Bowl.
Gotcha, bitch!
Gotcha, bitch! You're fired! You dumb bitch! You stupid bitch! You're as dumb as a dog!
His celebration rocked.
Yeah.
He's up, he's like shadowboxing.
Shadowboxing, throwing the fists up like he just knocked out the world champion. It was great.
Yeah, it was a real down goes Frazier.
Yeah. She was real sad, and then he leaves celebrating. But by the way, Mark Marrow's bad guy Marvelous music rules.
It's great.
It's real good.
Really good.
And that is a trend of very good music.
There's a lot of good songs on this one. Shout out to this is peak Jim Johnston.
Yeah, he this is before everybody just came out to bad rock music.
Yeah, everyone gets new metal.
Yeah. So in the back with the Nation, with The Rock with a neck brace on, and Michael Cole's trying to Michael Cole's trying to interview him, and pretty much what they say is that not general manager, Commissioner Sergeant Slaughter has said that if The Rock does not get out there and defend the Intercontinental title against Farouk, he will forfeit the title. So what you're saying is, babyface Commissioner is telling bad guy Rock, who got jumped by good guy Farouk.
Who got Pearl Harbor
pile driven on a chair.
Farouk, got japped by this bastard
Has
Farouk.
his neck injured. Still has to wrestle or else he's going to take the title away from him.
Clearly, Sergeant Slaughter has a keen eye for people who are faking
big
for
old
attention.
Nothing like stacking the deck against the heel.
Yeah, you want to root for the bad guy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, also you want to do it 50-50, so you want the good guy to get some wins.
For sure.
But you also want the bad guy to get some wins back and forth, so that it doesn't really matter who wins at the end.
Nobody gets over.
Yeah. So the next match is a 3-on-2 handicap match of Kai and Tai, Dick Togo, Men's Teo, and Sho Funaki with Mr. Yamaguchi-san against Bradshaw and Taka Michinoku.
And is it the best handicap match of all fucking time?
It really is. The first half's bad. But the second half
is never bad. It's okay.
It's boring.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of like too much rest time.
Pigs.
Yeah. By the time Bradshaw gets in there with the hot tag, oh my god.
It's so good.
The idea is Kai and Tai are mad at Taka because Taka is becoming too white.
Taka's a race trader.
He's a race trader, and Kai and Tai don't like that.
Yeah.
So who better to team new white guy Taka with
than the most American
is Texas First. Big Bad Bradshaw, who
also has fucking awesome music.
And like Kai and Tai has awesome music too.
Absolutely.
So we decided that this is Fashion Corner number 2.
Scott and Drew's Fashion Corner.
So Kai and Tai, who are noted wrestlers,
none have gear.
No.
They're in street clothes.
It is jorts,
yeah,
black jorts, and jeans.
Yes.
All wearing wrestling boots.
Yes.
Funaki has a partially zipped up hoodie.
I thought it was interesting
sleeves.
that Togo and Teo look very dated.
Yeah.
But don't look like they're dating. Even though I'm sure Teo would like to. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Maybe. Togo's wearing like your generic like Mikey Whipwreck or Raven style like skulls,
fire, dragon
t-shirt with no sleeves.
Yes,
and
jorts, like extremely 90s
and
grungy, alty, rocky. And
Men's
Teo's got like
full length jeans,
over boots,
and
then like a faded gray t-shirt. Yeah, also very 90s grungy looking.
Yeah.
So both of them look very dated. Funaki looks objectively cool then, and if he wore it today, he would look objectively cool now. Yeah. Black shorts,
no knee pads.
Respect. Also stupid. You're gonna hurt yourself. And like half-zipped black hoodie, no shirt.
Yeah,
looks great.
Look great.
Love it. I would wear that today.
You're wearing it right now?
I'm wearing it right now. I'm doing my Funaki cosplay.
So as with much of the Taka WWF matches, it is just him getting his ass kicked.
Taka getting his ass absolutely kicked.
He makes a couple tags into Bradshaw, but as soon as Bradshaw gets in, all the little Japs sneak out.
I don't know if you can say it like that.
And then when eventually...
Did Jerry Lawler say it was like they were running away from Godzilla?
He absolutely did. Then... I
think this was also the match where he said, stop trying to sound smart. Why use a big word when you can use a diminutive word?
Yep.
Pretty funny.
That's what he said. So they literally just beat the shit out of Taka. Dick Togo does the greatest power slam of all time.
Fucking
like, snappy
poetry,
perfectly placed. Taka does the flip perfectly.
Taka because how to describe it? Some power slams aren't on a straight axis. They're on like a crooked axis. Yeah. This Taka did a 100% straight somersault to take this move.
Yes,
and Togo did a perfect 180.
Yeah.
And so snappy,
a perfect
so
T.
fast,
a perfect T.
Yeah, it was. God, great. I loved it. Shane loved it too. Possibly his favorite move.
Yeah.
Snap power slam.
So once Bradshaw gets the hot tag, he comes in and just starts booting motherfuckers in the face.
He
high boots to all three of them.
Wait to beat up some foreigners.
He needed to get revenge for everything that they did at Okinawa.
This was for 1941.
This was for Okinawa. Yeah. He just starts fucking clubbing them, booting them in the face. He goes to the floor.
We were questioning, I wonder if Bradshaw will take a bump for them. The answer was no.
But
no. There was
he
one
did
where,
go to his knee once.
He did go to his knee once on a low blow.
Yeah.
You had to hit him in the balls. But there's one, right, the way they slowed down his hot tag were, I think, two of them sort of grabbed his legs, and then I think Funaki went to the top rope and maybe they'll do like a drop kick and he'll actually go down, they'll get a near fall, and then he'll come back.
Yeah.
And stupid. Funaki jumps at him, he catches him in midair
and just
chucks his ass down,
him.
and then boots the other two guys.
Yeah. And then they also grab his arms and bend him over.
They do the classic kind type pose.
And then Dick gets on his back, does the pose. Bradshaw just throws all three of them off.
Yeah.
He ends up going to the floor. Teo does a dive over the top, which Bradshaw catches and slams him on the floor.
Yep.
Then Togo's on the floor next to him, and Taka goes up top to do a dive, and Bradshaw, I don't know if he thought that, or no, maybe it was Funaki. I don't think he thought that Funaki was in the right position, so he shoved him over to where Taka was, but Taka was gonna hit him no matter what.
Yeah,
but it just looked silly.
I think it was not. Yeah, it was earlier. It might have been in the opening Shine where Taka did a moonsault off the second rope to the outside, and basically just all of them hit the guardrail.
Yeah.
That was very scary.
Then they do what Scott hypothesized was the first ever 3D DDT.
Yeah, the Simon and Swinger, whatever it was called. Oh, and did Miz and Morrison do it?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it the snapshot?
You're probably telling me the right thing.
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you can't look up finishing moves on...
Yeah, they took all the moves out. Why would you do... they were there. It would have taken effort to remove it.
I don't...
Why did you remove all the wrestlers' moves from Wikipedia? It's so
somebody
stupid.
Just needs to add it back
Put it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can find it, but...
Probably the, pro wrestling wiki, yeah. But yeah, I am fairly confident saying that I have not seen a flapjack DDT combo earlier than May 31st, 1998. I think they invented it. And good on them.
What's happening? Okay.
You need to shut that site down. That's an E-worm. That's a Trojan.
The problem solver.
Problem solver, Simon Swinger. Yeah.
Yeah. So they hit that. Yeah. But anyways, Bradshaw just kicks ass.
Yeah.
But then eventually it just sort of gets to they keep sort of swarming Bradshaw while one of them beats up Taka. Eventually Togo goes up top and does a swanton bomb.
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting.
Which JR said he thought he was going up for a moonsault.
I'll tell you what I wasn't expecting would be a moonsault because he's facing the wrong way.
And then he also did Taka goes for a wheelbarrow and gets face bustered, sit out face buster. And JR says that's an interesting version of a power bomb. And then there's a pause. Oh, reverse power bomb.
Okay,
I'm glad to see middle-aged JR was just as bad at calling moves as old man JR is.
Yeah.
So the finish was Funaki gets clobbered by JR or by JBL.
Yeah.
Togo hits a senton, the big ass senton.
I think the senton was the finish.
Yeah, but so Togo goes up to hit the senton.
Yeah.
JBL clobbers Funaki.
Yeah.
Then while he's trying to give Men's Teo the ripcord clothesline is when Togo hits the senton.
Yeah.
And he gets the pin while Bradshaw's beating up Men's Teo.
Yeah, we've glossed over the best move of the match though.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. So during when Bradshaw is kicking ass, he big boot to Funaki. Big
power bomb on someone.
Oh no, power bomb Funaki. Yeah. Big boot to the face of Dick Togo, a deadlift weight shoot power bomb to Funaki, and then he decides...
Teo, who's already probably been booted in the face or something, is slowly getting back to his feet. Bradshaw comes up behind him. Chicken wings one arm, chicken wings the other arm. Goddamn, Bradshaw tiger suplex, the biggest one you ever seen.
Just shucks Men's Teo. Noted guy who does moves, Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Bradshaw's entire moveset is boots and clubs to the back.
Yeah.
And lariats. That's it. He's Stan fucking Hansen.
Yeah. But today,
tiger
suplex.
I can't imagine that was his idea.
No.
No.
Someone must have said, "Hey, do this."
Yeah.
Pratchett's like, "Sure, I'll toss your ass around.
I'll toss a little Chinese guy.
I bet he does think they're Chinese.
Probably. And then he probably tried to fondle their assholes in the shower later.
Well, it's hazing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sexually assaulting another man who's smaller and younger than you is just boys being boys.
Absolutely.
Just locker room talk.
Yeah. Oh, also just during the Taka getting his ass kicked part, Teo, I believe, hit a beautiful chucking butterfly suplex.
Oh yeah.
Where Taka jumped up instead of out.
Yeah.
Up, not out.
Up, not out.
Yeah.
Because if you pull it out, you turn to bones.
Exactly.
So yeah, that Dick hits the top rope senton, gets the pin.
And after a miracle ecstasy by Teo.
Miracle ecstasy by Teo, yeah.
A move that somehow in 25 years no one has ever stolen.
Okay, we're doing it. It's both of our finishing moves now.
It's both of our finishers. It's a cool move.
I'm going to steal it.
Chokeslam to powerbomb.
I'll do it from now on. Yeah, so Kai-en-Tai get the win, which we're like, oh, this, is there even a Dick Togo Taka singles match?
I was thinking, for all of this Kai-en-Tai business, is there one good Taka versus Kai-en-Tai member singles match?
No.
Not that I can think
of.
And
Taka
very soon turns heel.
Yeah, so the next match is the forced Intercontinental title match of The Rock and Farouk. Farouk, why would you get gear when you're not non-nation gear when you're out of the nation?
Look,
maybe he's holding on to all hope that he can regain the nation.
Yeah, he may not be part of the nation anymore, but he's still a proud black man.
That's true.
That's proud black gear.
This match is really nothing. It's The Rock selling his neck the whole time and Farouk kicking his ass.
Yeah.
Farouk also proceeds to hit not one, not two, but 3 pile drivers.
Wait, it's 3 in the... I couldn't remember if he did 2 or 3 in the... It's 3 in a row?
It is 3 in the pile drivers.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 pile drivers in this match.
Which brings us up to 5?
5.
Okay.
He then... While he's kicking The Rock's ass, he's getting ready to hit, I guess, the Dominator.
Yes.
And outruns the nation to jump him and beat him up.
Owen Hart jumps him the end.
DQ.
Done.
Over. Sucks.
Fucking thing sucks.
It only went 5 minutes, so yep, no shit.
Yeah.
So next is Mask versus Mask of Kane and Vader.
Are you telling me that Vader could lose his mask in this match?
We've never seen before will be revealed.
A man who largely never wrestled in a mask in Japan?
A man
or even WCW?
A man who at an earlier In Your House against Yokozuna took his mask off.
Yes.
So, anyways, this match,
but at the end of the day, I'm glad the mask was there.
That's true. So much like the earlier The Rock and Farouk match, this match sucked. It was nothing.
Yeah.
It was a lot of whip off the ropes, hit a body avalanche, whip off the ropes, hit a clothesline. It was just Vader trying to knock Kane down, and every time he did, Kane would just sit up right away.
And Kane is still in his no-sell mode.
The only thing that they did was they fought to the floor. Vader got a giant wrench from under the ring and hit Kane with it that kind of did nothing.
Yeah, that's how he briefly sort of got the advantage, but not even really.
Yeah, they get back in the ring. Vader goes up to hit a moonsault. Kane moves. Hits a real good tombstone. And bam, done.
Yeah, better tombstone than Undertaker on Kane or Undertaker on Vader.
Yes.
So
1, 2, 3. Kane takes Vader's mask off
and reveals it's Vader.
It
was Vader the whole time.
So he after he takes the mask off...
Wait, it was a turtle? Vader went to Scaly Beach?
Oh my god, Vader went to Scaly Beach. So he gets him up, or he gets the mask off, and then Paul Bearer starts saying, pointing at his face, me. So Kane puts the mask on Paul Bearer.
And then Paul Bearer becomes the MVP of this fucking show.
Greatest fucking thing. He starts doing the Vader fingers.
Dancing around, the shuffle.
Shuffle, like a crab shuffle.
Yeah.
Back and forth, doing the Vader
hands.
And he's fingers, and he's celebrating. And then he goes over to the cam and just starts yelling, "It's Vader time!"
It's Paul
Paul Bearer time.
So good. I'm like, why wasn't he a heel for his entire career? He wasted like 6 years as Undertaker's babyface manager.
Yep. I mean, there was some funny babyface manager stuff.
Sure,
but it was mostly just facial, like reactions.
But if we could have been getting this for those 6 years, are you kidding me?
I fucked your brother, Undertaker, and now you're my brother. Oh, that hurt my
yeah, that was a real.
So
I need some hot lemon tea.
This is like one of everyone's favorite post-match meme funny
classic. Yeah. I mean, if this happened now, this would be like a Nia Jax my hole situation.
I said my vag.
Or Shelly Martinez my vag.
Yeah. So Vader gets out of the ring without his mask on, looking all sad.
Interviewed by
Michael Cole.
Frosted Tips Michael Cole.
Michael Cole goes over and says, like, Vader, how do you feel? Like, what happened in there? And Vader goes, I just feel so shitty. Like, I trained so hard for this. Look at me. I'm huge.
I'm so big.
So big. And then he goes, maybe Vader time's over. Maybe it's time for Vader's time to end. And he goes, I'm just a big piece of shit.
I'm a piece of
shit.
Just
a big fat piece of shit.
It's so funny, uncensored.
Yeah. So I don't know. Was there a plan, do you think? Or did they know he was leaving, so they were just like, make him look like shit?
Great.
Or do you think they had a storyline about, like,
there was probably
sympathetic bad wrestler Vader?
Yeah, there's probably a comeback storyline, and it probably didn't happen.
Plans change.
As I said, in this month, next year, he's main eventing the Tokyo Dome, so he's doing okay.
Yep, he'll be fine.
He's not doing okay now. He's fucking straight up dead. We got a good 99.
So the next match is the Nation with new white member Owen Hart.
Yep. They've branched out.
Yeah. Facing recently turned babyface.
I was going to say, this is very different than what we saw last show, which was bad guy Triple H versus good guy Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Things have changed. Owen Hart is now a black sympathizer.
He's a black sympathizer.
And Triple H is cool.
Yeah, loosely cool.
Real cool.
Yeah.
He says, suck it. His pants are shinier.
He's got shiny pants.
I mean, I don't know what more you want.
I want him to...
What I want is I want to hug and kiss you.
That is a lot better. So, yeah, this match, like, in theory, should be good.
It wasn't bad, but it was fairly all action. It didn't drag a lot.
Yeah,
it could have been shorter than 18 minutes.
There also wasn't really a lot of like memorable spots.
Well, I'll tell you what there was. There was Owen Hart doing spinning heel kicks on Billy Gunn too early.
That weren't a finish, Billy. That's
We've established that move destroys Billy Gunn.
Yeah.
In all the heel versus heel,
yes.
Owen and Bulldog versus New Age Outlaws matches we saw.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a good match. There's just not a lot of like big memorable spots that happen.
Yeah, not really. There are don't worry guys, 2 pile drivers.
Yeah, so Owen does a big like deadlift pile driver on Road Dogg.
Yeah.
Where like Road Dogg wasn't quite
Road Dogg doesn't jump.
Wasn't quite ready, but Owen still just shot him up. And like it was a good pile driver.
Yeah.
Not as good as Farouk's.
Not as good as Farouk's, but still very good. And we also decided that Owen Hart is better than Bret Hart.
Owen Hart is much better than Bret Hart. Hot take.
Yeah.
As an all-around professional wrestler, Owen's better.
Agreed.
He's faster. He can do more high-flying stuff. He can adapt to everyone's style. Whereas if you're wrestling Bret, you're doing a Bret.
You're doing a Bret match.
So towards the end,
Owen Hart was my favorite guy to play as in unpopular and bad wrestling game WWF In Your House.
Yep.
It was on the
Sega Dreamcast.
I had it on PC.
Sega Saturn.
But I had it on PC. I still had it on PC.
Sega PC.
That's the one. Sega personal computer. I was saying it was on the WrestleMania the arcade game engine. It was the same kind of game, which is not a good wrestling game.
Not really.
But Owen Hart was my favorite. And he had a sweet spinning heel kick.
Yep. Which is a finish. So at some point, Chyna starts to get involved, which brings Mark Henry in. Mark Henry tries to stop her, and then we get this big, like, she's stronger than Mark Henry, gets away from his grip, and then bops him in the face.
P.S. She's not.
She's not, but they want you to think she is.
Mark Henry's a world-class power lifter. She's a large woman.
She's a large woman.
Big quotes.
Big quotes. So while all this brawling is going on, everybody's kind of fighting on the floor. Then you get Owen.
We don't do another pile driver, do we?
No. We definitely don't get a second rope spike pile driver. So Billy brings in the tag belt to try and do a move.
The good guys try to cheat.
And Billy gets cut off.
Yeah.
And then he gets put up by Owen, and D'Lo jumps off the second rope for a spike pile driver on the belt.
Yes.
Which doesn't get the finish.
But at least we got a pile driver on the thing they were trying to do it on.
Yes. Wasn't quite the finish, but then Owen came in and just straight up gave Hunter a pedigree on the belt.
Yeah.
And got his win back
Owen
over Hunter.
Finally gets to pin Hunter. So
after getting made to look like a complete fucking goofball.
For 6 months.
For 6 fucking months.
So if you're keeping track in the Owen Triple H match history, the bad guy won every single match.
Absolutely.
Whomever it was, the bad guy won.
I guess the good thing is if you could figure that out early, you know who to bet on for.
You know who to bet on, and you know to never be happy.
Never be happy.
Never be satisfied with the story.
Never
Bad
come.
guy always wins. Never come.
Never
Always
come.
hard. Never come.
So that leads to the main event, which is the WWF World Heavyweight Title match. No disqualification. Falls count anywhere. Special guest referee Vince McMahon. Special guest ring announcer Pat Patterson, and special guest timekeeper Joe Briscoe.
Yes.
So Vince has stacked the deck. Like I said to Scott, it's real weird that the Dude Love character is
the one that's corporate
guy, and not Mankind or Cactus Jack.
Especially because Cactus Jack did a corporate thing in ECW, so there's a precedent for it.
Yeah,
and it makes the most sense because and Mankind does right after this.
Eventually becomes a corporate guy, so. Yeah. You don't understand why Dude Love, the most hippie, likable, anti-establishment kind of character,
and the one that fucks the most,
Yeah, just doesn't make any sense. So there was.
But he is Foley's in among his best shape ever.
Absolutely, yeah. This is the most svelte, skinny Mick you'll ever see. Even earlier Cactus Jack stuff, he's skinnier now at this point.
Yes,
yeah, less muscular though, but skinny.
Yeah, he's definitely trying
he was on that Gargano keto diet.
He was definitely trying to lose weight.
Yeah. So there was a talk of Austin having somebody in his corner to keep an eye on Vince McMahon.
To counter all the bullshit.
So as Patterson comes out, does introductions, and Briscoe comes out, blah, blah. Then Austin comes out without being introduced because Patterson refuses to introduce him. Then as they're in the ring about ready to start the match, the Undertaker's music hits, and Vince kind of gets real fucking scared. So Taker's going to be the sort of enforcer around the ringside and make sure that Vince doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
So the match is very brawly as you would expect.
It's a good brawl.
It's Austin and Foley, but
they do a lot of good stuff.
Very good. You get your typical Foley takes a couple of gross bumps on the floor.
Yeah.
He gets thrown off of the setup at the front.
Yeah, Austin takes a couple of bumps. Because the setup is a bunch of demolished cars.
Yeah.
And Austin takes a big throw from one onto the other.
Onto the other one, yeah.
Which was a big one. And then we thought we were going to get another pile driver because he set up for one on Dude, but Dude Love fucking back body dropped him on the floor.
And then they also, when they're fighting on top of the cars and Austin goes to give him a stunner and gets shoved off. Yeah. And then Foley does a sunset flip from him standing on the hood of the car and Austin on the ground,
on the concrete,
and Foley lands
just
real hard,
splat,
real hard for the man doing the sunset.
Oh,
flip.
That is so much worse for the guy doing it. I'll take that sunset flip all day. I'll stand there bent over and slowly roll to my back,
roll backwards,
as opposed to doing a somersault from a car onto concrete.
Floor. Yeah. So Austin is busted open.
Austin blades.
And the whole time Vince is like 1, 2, and then he kicks out, and Vince, you can audibly hear him God damn it! And then he keeps looking at Undertaker like Mean Mark's gonna punch him or something.
Yeah.
So they end up going back to the ring, and Vince is trying to get whatever dirty tactics he can. He's constantly, like, he said in a promo, like, if he points to Briscoe, Briscoe's gonna ding the bell and Austin's gonna lose.
Yeah.
And if Austin puts his hands on Vince, he'll disqualify him and strip him of the title.
Yeah.
So the whole time,
or if I just count 3, it's over.
Count 3 and whatever. Yeah. So eventually, what ends up happening is
Austin hits a stunner.
No, Patterson gives Foley the chair.
Yes.
And he's going to blast Austin.
Yeah.
And Austin gets out of the way, and Vince, for the second In Your House in a row,
absolutely
takes a completely
chair.
Unprotected headshot with a chair.
Absolutely,
like brutally,
blasted.
Like crumbles him.
Yeah.
So
has Foley already taken a chair shot or not? Because Foley takes a brutal.
Foley takes one right after this.
Right after. Okay.
So Foley takes the brutal chair shot.
That's right.
And then a stunner.
Yeah.
He's out, and Vince is out too. So Austin goes for the pin. No Vince. Oh, no, sorry, yeah. Before the chair shot, he hits the stunner.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
bam, stunner,
Vince,
goes to pin
Vince
Foley,
will not count.
And Vince just stands there and will not count.
Yeah.
So then he gets up to argue with Vince. That's when Foley gets the chair.
Yeah.
Then he hits Vince, murders him. Yeah. Austin gets the chair, murders Foley, goes for the pin.
Yeah.
Then Mike Coyote runs down.
Yes.
So Coyote runs down. 1, 2, Patterson pulls him out of the ring.
Yeah.
Gives him a real good punch.
Real nice punch.
Real solid punch.
A fucking pro.
Yeah. He takes the bump. Then Briscoe jumps in the ring to be the referee.
Yeah.
He gets the 1-2 on... How does Foley get on top?
I think a low blow or some shit.
Oh, yeah, he does low blow him. Yeah, Foley low blows him. He goes on top. Patterson goes 1, 2.
Taker
pulls Patterson out and gives him the
hold on, stop. Okay. But fast forward 30 seconds.
Okay.
Taker chokeslams both Patterson and Briscoe through the 2 announce tables.
Yeah.
Let's start with the second one first.
Okay.
He chokeslams Gerald Briscoe second through an announce table.
Yeah.
It's about what you'd expect for a guy in his 60s being chokeslammed through a table.
Yes.
He barely jumps. He clears maybe 12 inches of air before being set down fairly gently through the table, which collapses because it's a gimmick table.
Briscoe would have been 52 at the time.
Briscoe's 52. Okay. Patterson is?
He would have been, what did I say, 52? 58.
Okay. So if there was ever any debate as to who's better between Pat Patterson and Gerald Briscoe, the answer is definitively and categorically Pat Patterson, because
it pays to be gay.
It pays to be gay. The first chokeslam of the 2 on Pat Patterson is one of the best I've ever seen.
One of the best chokeslams.
Patterson jumps
all time.
High in the air,
so
kicks
high.
his legs over his goddamn head, and gets
crushed,
planted through the table.
Oh, it rules.
And it wasn't even a flat. It was like a high shoulder bump. It wasn't even flat back.
Yeah.
It was crazy. We lost our minds for it.
Yeah,
Pat Patterson is awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so both of them are killed.
Stooges are dead. Vince is also still dead because he has a real concussion.
Yes. So Austin and Foley get up. Austin goes kick bam stunner.
Yeah, which we seem to have perfected now.
They've finally gotten the right.
There's no more kick, give the finger stunner. There's no stunner out of nowhere with no kick. We've got the recipe down.
Yeah,
which
the percentage is perfect,
which seems to be good. So yeah, kick wham stunner. Everyone's dead. Austin drags Vince's carcass over, counts for him. 1, 2, 3. This apparently counts. I guess with Vince's own wording, Vince counted 3. At the end of the day, Austin's music plays. Winner is you.
Winner is you.
It was good. It was a real good brawl.
That was a very good finish.
Yeah.
And, the match was good. It's 4.5 stars, Wrestling Observer.
I don't know if I'd go...
8.59 on Match Guide.
Which translates to about 4.5.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd go... I might go 4 1/4.
I might go 4.
4 for sure.
Yeah.
Between 4 and 4 1/4.
There's
Because
some-
the previous Austin Dude Love is 4, and I would not go that
Yeah,
high.
the gross chair shot is great.
I mean, both of them.
Both of them are great.
Yeah.
And
The Sunset Flip.
Sunset Flip is good. And
Yeah. And fucking
and
Patterson.
And the fucking
Jesus
Pat Patterson
Christ.
is a goddamn superhero.
What a champ.
All right.
I don't care if his first IC title was fake.
R.I.P. We lost him.
R.I.P. We lost him. Yeah. Due to complications from being old.
Gay.
Oh, got you.
Gotcha.
I tricked you.
You tricked me.
Apologize.
No.
Apologize to the Patterson family.
So that's In Your House 22. That's the show.
You know what? That is the show.
Don't forget to follow us on the socials at Sarian Softpaws. I've changed my Instagram, so it is
look at
officially
you.
Sarian Softpaws. Or Drew Sarian on Letterboxd.
Because that one's harder to change.
Yep. Also, I don't want to.
Fair enough. Separate but equal.
And follow...
You can follow me at Not Scott Henson on the Twitter. And whatever else you want. I don't know. It's
and
mostly what I
don't
use.
forget to participate in our watching playlist.
Don't participate in... Did I say don't... I meant to say don't forget. Do participate and don't forget to send us $25 or more. $50 if you want 2 movies, $75 if you want 3, and so on. For us to watch and discuss a movie of your choosing that is... easy enough to find, or you can send it to us, and under 2.5 hours.
2.5.
To paypal.me/notscotthenson. Paypal.me/notscotthenson. Make us 100 heirs.
So we
That's
can
the
throw
dream.
5s in the air and then
pick them
collect
back
them
up.
quickly because we're poor.
Because we still need them. But most importantly, equally importantly, no, you know what? Today, it's most importantly, and I'll tell you why. Today's secret letter... And for the first time in this whole season is the case. Hasn't been yet. I looked it up. It's my favorite letter. Today's secret letter is N. I noticed when I wrote the letters out for each of these shows, past and future, I noticed that this was the only one that I put 5 exclamation marks afterwards. As some sort of note to self. So today's the big day, guys. It's N Day.
Just remember, stay away from Scaly Beach.
And if you find Furry Beach, tell us.
Yeah.
We'll give it a shot. Even if Drew's a pig.
Even if everyone's a pig.
Even if it's Pig Beach.
All right, goodbye.
Shut it off.